Good morning. Let's start with the daily current affair discussion. To start with, the first topic that we want to take is Rajasthan right to health bill and the protest over it. So the Rajasthan Assembly on 21st March 2023 passed the right to health bill or act as doctors continue their protest against the bill, demanding its complete withdrawal. The Assembly has passed it for the doctor fraternity in Rajasthan are opposing against this. What is Rajasthan Right to Health Bill? The Right to Health Bill gives every resident of the state the right to avail free outpatient department service (OPD) or outdoor service, as it is popularly known. Okay, and inpatient department (IPD) service and all public health facility and select private facilities. The free health care services, including consultation, drug diagnostics, emergency transportation procedure, and emergency care, be provided subject to conditions specified in the rule, which will be formulated now. Also, all residents will be entitled to emergency treatment and care without prepayment of any fee. Okay. So, the free healthcare service, including consultation, drug diagnostics, emergency transportation, procedure, emergency care will be provided subject to conditions specified in the rule, which will be formulated now. Also, all residents will be entitled to emergency treatment and care without repayment of any fee or charges. The hospital cannot delay treatment on ground of police clearances if it is a medico-legal case. The legislation says that after emergency care, stabilization and transfer of patient, if patient does not pay requisite charges, the healthcare providers shall be entitled to receive requisite fee and charges or proper reimbursement from the state government. In case he is not paid by the patient, then the state government will reimburse the entire expenditure of the hospital. Okay. The bill extends to a total of 20 rights to citizens of the state. Does not Rajasthan already have health schemes? Under the present government's flagship Chiranjeevi Health Insurance Scheme, free treatment up to 10 lakhs is provided. This has been increased to 25 lakhs in the latest budget, which will be implemented from the next financial year. Under this scheme, the government paid as many as 34.77 lakh claims worth 1940 crore between April 1st, 2022 to December 31st, 2022. Secondly, Then the Rajasthan government health scheme for government employee, which includes ministers, current and former MLA, etc. Third is the Nishulk Nirogi Rajasthan, which also include the free medicine scheme. Under this, all OPD and IPD services in government hospitals, including the registration fee, are provided for free. It covers about 1600 medicines, 928 surgical, and 185 shooters. As of December 2022 end, it has benefited 8.6 crore patients at a cost of 1072 crore between March December 2022. Okay. For there is the free test scheme, which provides for up to 90 free tests in government hospitals attached with medical colleges. That means 90 different diagnostic tests are conducted free in government hospitals. Okay. During the debate on the bill in the assembly, Health Minister said it is true that despite having Chiranjeevi card, hospitals sometimes ask patient for money to deposit in advance. There are a lot of complaints, so the government have even made hospitals return such money, hence it need to bring this bill. As per the bill, anyone found in contravention of the act will be punishable with a fine up to rupees 10,000 for the first contravention and up to 25,000 imposed on a hospital is too low an amount on them. Okay, that is why they don't take it. This fine issue is not taken very seriously by the hospital because this amount is too small an amount that can put the hospitals under some sort of pressure. Okay, by which they will be abide by this, that they will try to provide this service or abide by this. Fine. Okay. What is the clause about emergency in the right to health? One of the most contentious issues of the right to health is emergency care leading to death by doctors. After being changed by the select committee, the clause that was eventually passed recently state that people will have to the right to emergency treatment and care for accidental emergency, emergency due to snake bite, animal bite, and any other emergency described by the state health authority under the prescribed emergency circumstances. Importantly, this can be upheld without the payment of immediate fee or charges for prompt and necessary emergency medical treatment and critical care. Emergency obstetric treatment and care by the public and private healthcare institution qualified to provide such care or treatment according to their level of health care. That means at any place this need to be provided to the patient on emergency healthcare need, and this is being opposed, protested by the doctors. Okay. What is the opposition's objection to the bill? In the debate on the bill, the BJP opposition primarily centered on 2 points. Demanded that in case of private facility, only multi-speciality hospital with 50 beds be included and that there should be a single forum for complaint. The health minister said that this specification for private hospital will be included in the rule made as part of the act. Deputy Leader of Opposition demanded that government incorporate these 2 points in the bill itself. Okay, that means what? Single point of complaint and hospitals above 50 beds should be brought under this regulation. There are two major points. Opposition argue on the demand for a single window system for redressal. Right now in Rajasthan, a complaint against the doctor with the medical council. Okay, so medical council, the consumer court can register under the Medical Protection Act with the Human Rights Commission. There are 50 places where one can. Will the doctor practice or only occupy himself with redressal of complaints, opposition, or presenting themselves in different forum in case when complaint, than providing services, medical services to the patient? That is why deeping approach. Okay. Why are doctors protesting? The Jaipur Association of Resident Doctors question the need of the right to health. When there is already have a scheme such as the Chiranjeevi which cover the maintenance population under existing rules, why bring the right to health and impose it on doctors? And there are several clauses doctors are still objecting to, including defining emergency and compelling doctors of one specialty to treat patient outside the specialty as part of emergency. Because so when a doctor treats someone so on emergency, although he may not belong to the same domain. Okay. Next topic, agriculture and groundwater depletion. The Parliamentary Standing Committee on Water Resources recently tabled the report Groundwater, a Valuable but Depleting Resources. The report highlights and committee suggestions. Issue of excess exploitation of groundwater and free electricity. States like Punjab, Haryana, Telangana, Tamil Nadu offer completely free power, while other states have provision for collection of token charges. Observing that the primary reason for excessive exploitation of ground is wide cultivation. Okay. Observing that the primary reason for excessive exploitation of groundwater is wide cultivation of water paddy and sugarcane crops, which are heavily incentivized. Parliamentary Standing Committee has said that use of electric pump need to be further discouraged because so this free power is leading to excess withdrawal or drawing of the groundwater. Suggested measures, the committee has suggested introducing measures such as prepaid cards for power supply and restricted power supply to 2 hours a day. The committee also asked the government to devise integrated measures for adoption in agriculture to reduce dependence on groundwater in agriculture. The committee has recommended that Department of Water Resources, River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation, the Jal Shakti Ministry should take the initiative by urging both the Power Ministry and the Department of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare, along with state government, to take measures to on the suggested lines. Issue with restricting electricity. Electricity is a concurrent subject, and the State Electricity Regulatory Commission determine the electricity tariff or retail supply of electricity to end consumers under the extant provisions of the Electricity Act 2003. So both the Department of Water Resources, Water River Development and Ganga Rejuvenation, and Department of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare have expressed inability to persuade state to reduce. Okay, so to reduce, okay, stop subsidy for power given in agriculture because they are unable to. As a populist measure, the committee said that there is a need for a shift in focus from land productivity to water productivity. Use of groundwater depletion due to agriculture. India is the world's second largest producer of wheat and rice and is home to more than 600 million farmers. The country has achieved impressive food production gains since 1960s due to an increased reliance on irrigation wells, which allow Indian farmers to expand production into the mostly dry winter and summer seasons. These gains have come at a cost with severe groundwater depletion. The cropping intensity or the amount of land planted in the winter season may decrease up to 20% by 2025. The country produces Okay, the country produces achieve impressive food production. The country that produces to 10% of the world's crop is now the world's largest consumer of groundwater. The aquifer rapidly becoming depleted across India. Okay, state-wise data, extraction of groundwater for meeting irrigation needs is prevalent mainly in northern states, particularly in Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, which are extracting 97, 90 and 86% groundwater respectively for their purpose. Other states such as Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh are also significant users of the groundwater for irrigation. They are using approximately 89, 92 and 90% respectively of the total groundwater reserve. Okay, extraction for agricultural purposes. Okay. Then government initiative, the Dindal Upadhyaya Gram Jyoti Yojana of Minister of Power, separate component of agriculture non-agricultural feeders have been created for facilitating judicious restoring of supply to agriculture and non-agricultural consumption in rural areas. Punjab has introduced a scheme by way of which farmers are refunded money if they consume less electricity. Okay. National Water Policy 2012 has laid emphasis on the periodic assessment of groundwater resources on scientific basis. Atala Bhujala Yojana focus on community participation and demand side intervention for sustainable groundwater management in identified water stress areas. Under Jal Jeevan Mission, provisions have been made for source recharging like dedicated borewell, recharge structure, rainwater recharge, rejuvenation of existing water bodies, etc. Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sinchai Yojana aims to enhance physical access to water on farm and for expanding the cultivable area on residue irrigation, improve on-farm water efficiency, introducing sustainable water conservation practices, etc. What drop more crop mainly focus on water efficiency at farm level through micro irrigation, drip and sprinkler irrigation system. Water being a state subject, it is for the state government to take up rejuvenation of water bodies like formulation of action plan, origination of dry ponds, puddles and well in their jurisdiction by rainwater harvesting or recharge water recharge facility. National Aquifer Mapping and Management Program is being implemented by the Central Groundwater Board as part of the Groundwater Management and Regulation Scheme, a central government scheme. Way ahead, the exploitation and sale of groundwater by large corporations should be monitored on continuous basis. Both central and state government must take continuous steps to store rainwater in all possible way. To increase the charge, rainwater harvesting system must be made mandatory in every household, particularly in big cities where groundwater has been declining alarmingly. Considering the groundwater balance, the Ministry of uh, the minimum support price for crops should be fixed according to the consumption of water. Higher price for crops that require less water and vice versa. Micro irrigation, drip and sprinkler, which can save up to 50% of the water in the cultivation of different crops, should be promoted in the overexploited blocks to reduce the exploitation of the groundwater. People from all walks of life must continue to be made aware of water literacy and on the hazardous effect of rapidly declining groundwater, because if groundwater this that groundwater level decreases, okay, so it will bring a big misery. Next topic is about the World Meteorological Day. Every year on 23rd March, World Meteorological Day is observed to honor the founding of the World Meteorological Organization, the foundation, World WMD by the United Nations. Fine. Okay. So every year on this 23rd March, this day is observed. The day symbolizes the importance of how human behavior and the atmosphere of the planet are intertwined. Since 1961, several themes have been used to honor this day. It highlights the significant contribution of meteorological division to the security and well-being of the nation. The theme of the World Meteorological 2023 is the future of weather, climate, and water across generations. What? The future of weather, climate, and water across generations means beyond this particular period to generations. Right. So, emphasis emphasizes the effect of climate change and action to safeguard the environment for future generations. So, how to save the environment for the future generation? That this generation should not, because they are doing the maximum harm to the environment. So, how to make them able to save it? Okay. Then the next topic is the Sarda Pit. Indian Home Minister said government would move forward to open a corridor to the Sarda Pit in Pakistan occupied Kashmir on the lines of Kartarpur corridor. The Sarda Pit, a revered site for the Hindu community, is located in the uh, Neelam Valley in the POK, the valley of Mount Harmukh. It is a ruined Hindu temple and ancient center of learning. In the 6th and the 12th century CE, it was among the most prominent temple university in the Indian subcontinent. It played a key role in the development and popularization of the Sarda script in the North India, causing the script to be named after it and Kashmir to acquire the moniker Sarda Desh. Okay. As one of the Mahashakti Pitha, the Hindus believe that it represents the spiritual location of the god Shakti's fallen right hand. Okay, during the that Shiva Tandav. Okay, the Sarda Pit is one of the three holiest sites of the pilgrimage of the Kashmiri Pandit, alongside the Martand Sun Temple and the Amarnath Temple. Okay. So then the next topic was Happiness Report 2023. The occasion of the International Day of Happiness, annually observed on May 20th, the World Happiness Report unveiled its 11th edition this year. The World Happiness Report is based on people's own assessment of their happiness as well as economic and social data. It was first published in 2012 and published annually since 2023. Okay, the 11th report in the series. Okay, the report is published. Okay, so okay, the first report published in 2012. The report is published by the United Nations Sustainable Development Solution Network. The report considers key six factors: social support, income, health, freedom, generosity, and absence of corruption are the parameters to rank the country. What? Social support, income, health, freedom, generosity, and absence of corruption. It assigned happiness score based on average of data over 3 year period. In 2020, the report ranked 137 countries in the list. For the sixth year running, Finland was named as the first happiest country, followed by Denmark and Iceland. Israel occupied fourth position, up to 5 spot for the last year. War scared Afghanistan has occupied the bottom spot, 137, on the table since 2020. Its humanitarian crisis depending the Taliban government took power in 2021 following the US-led military pullout. Ukraine ranking improved from 90 to 92 this year despite the Russian invasion. But Ukraine overall score fell from 5.084 to 5.071 on a scale of 0 to 10. India was ranked 126th on the report and it was 136th in 2022. Nepal features 78, China 64, Bangladesh 118, and Sri Lanka 112, and Pakistan 108. That means we are less happy than all our neighbors: Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, China. Okay, so that is what is India's rank. Very, very deplorable. Then the Padma Awards. So the president has approved 106 Padma Awards on the eve of Republic Day, and over 54 people were given recently the Padma Awards by the government. Okay, the president. Padma Award are one of the highest civilian awards in honors in the country, announced annually on the eve of the Republic Day after the Bharat Ratna. The awards do recognize achievement in all fields of activity or disciplines where an element of public service is involved. Total number of awards to be given in a year, excluding posthumous award, and the NRI for an OCI should not be more than 120. The award does not amount to Okay, so the total number of hours to be given in a year, excluding posthumous awards and the NRI for an OCI, should not be more than 120. The award does not amount to a little and cannot be used as a suffix or prefix to the awardee name. Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, or Padma Vibhushan should not be out. These awards should not be used as a prefix, means before or after the name of the recipients. Okay. So category, the awards are given in three category. Padma Vibhushan is awarded for exceptional and distinguished service. This comes as a question. So what is the difference between three awards? So Padma Vibhushan is given for exceptional and distinguished service. Padma Bhushan given for distinguished service of higher order. Padma Shri given for distinguished service. Okay. And distinguished service for higher order, exceptional distinguished service. Okay. That is the common thing, distinguished service. Distinguished service, distinguished for higher order, distinguished service, exceptional distinguished service. Fine. Fine. And eligibility, all persons without distinction of race, occupation, position, or sex are eligible for these awards. However, government servants, including those working with PSU, except doctors and scientists, are not eligible for these awards. Award is normally not conferred posthumously. However, in highly deserving cases, the government would consider giving an award posthumously. Okay. Okay. So all persons without distinction of race or race normally not conferred posthumously. A higher category of Padma Award can be conferred on a person only where a period of at least 5 years have elapsed since conferment of the earlier Padma Award. That means Padma Shri once given, if Padma Bhushan is to be given, minimum gap should be 5 years. Padma Bhushan given, Padma Vibhushan to be given, minimum gap should be around 5 years. Okay. So the award is normally not conferred posthumously. A higher category of Padma award can be conferred a person only when a freedom life, etc. However, in highly deserving cases, relaxation can be made by the awardee committee because the award is selected by a committee. No individual selected. A committee is there to select this nomination for the award. All nominations are placed before the Padma Award Committee, which is constituted by the Prime Minister every year. The committee is headed by the Cabinet Secretary and includes Home Secretary, Secretary to the President, and four to six eminent persons as members. The recommendation of the committee are submitted to Prime Minister and the President of India for approval. Background: the Government of India instituted two civilian awards, Bharat Ratna and Padma Vibhushan in 1954. Okay. So the government of India instituted two civilian awards, Bharat Ratna and Padma Vibhushan in 1954. The Padma Vibhushan has three classes, namely that Pehl Bhark, Dusra Bhark, and the Tisra Bhark. These are subsequently renamed as Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan, Padma Shri in 1955. Although instituted in 1954 as the Bharat Ratna and Padma award, okay, Padma Vibhushan. So subsequently, Padma Vibhushan was categorized to Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, and Padma Vibhushan. Okay, and since that day, it is being given with some break in between when the case was filed in the Supreme Court on this, declaring them as awards being misused. Okay. Then come to the question, discuss the evolution of the Khalistan separatism in the post-independent period. What are the various reasons behind the renewal of the Khalistan movement in Punjab in the recent times? Separatism refers to the idea or activities advocating the separation of a group or a territorial unit from a country. The Khalistan movement is a fight for a separate sovereign state in present day Punjab, both India and Pakistan. The first explicit call for Khalistan was made in 1940. Over the years, the Khalistan movement has continued various forms at different locations and within different populations. Evolution of Khalistan separatism in the post-independent period. The origin of the movement has been traced back to India's independence and subsequent partition along the religious lines. Lahore, the capital of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, the Sikh Empire, went to Pakistan. Furthermore, the holy Sikh site, including the birthplace of Guru Nanak, Nankana site, went to Pakistan. Classics. Life lessons. Yes, sir. Also, life lessons. Personally, okay. Akali Dal and Punjab Subha movement. Following the 1947 independence of India, the Punjabi Subha movement, led by the Akali Dal, served the creation of a province for the Punjabi people. The State Irrigation Commission in 1955 report rejected the demand, but in 1966, after years of protest, State of Punjab was reorganized to reflect the Punjabi Subha demand. Anandpur Sahib dissolution and the demand for autonomy. As Punjab and Haryana share the capital of Chandigarh, resentment was felt among the Sikh in Punjab. Anandpur Sahib dissolution was put forward in 1973 to demand the radical devolution of power. it demanded autonomy from the state of Punjab and identified a region that could be part of separate state and sought the right to frame its own internal constitution. Rise of extremist element and armed insurgency in the 1980s. The leadership of the movement passed from the moderate occult to the extremist element and took form of armed insurgency. Operation Blue Star and Operation Black Thunder in 1984, the government of India carried out Operation Blue Star against the militant hiding in the Golden Temple. Similarly, Operation Black Thunder was also aimed at flushing out the remaining pro-Khalistani militants from the Golden Temple and from Punjab. Reason for renewal of the Khalistan movement in Punjab, role of the diaspora. Operation Blue Star and its violent aftermath popularized the demand for Khalistan among many Sikh dispersed globally. Since because the Sikhs. Okay, so role of Pakistan. Okay, and dispersed globally. Since then, the Sikh diaspora provide the diplomatic and financial support. Sikh in UK, Canada, USA arrange for cadres to travel to Pakistan for military and financial assistance. Role of Pakistan. The principal role played by Pakistan has been in providing a base or a safe haven for wanted terrorists. Pakistan's ISI is using a double strategy of tapping into Jammu and Kashmir terror network to revive the Khalistan movement in Punjab. Role of social media. The present propagation of the idea related to Khalistan is mainly done through social media. Many organizations such as the Babar Khalsa International run manifestations, campaign on social media. Okay, okay. So social media to Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. Misuse of Kartarpur corridor. Pakistan is facilitating and promoting the exchange of pro-Khalistan thoughts among the pilgrims visiting Pakistan through the Kartarpur corridor, which is open. Indian intelligence agency have reported that there has been a constant presence of ISI agents along the side of the corridor. Okay, to that infuse the sense of hatred among the people visiting Kartarpur corridor from India. Okay, okay. So therefore, given the present crisis in Punjab, there is a need for improving law and order. Okay. So improving law and order, involving civil society for dealing with the drug problem because what has been manifested through the Uttar Punjab movie. It's a reality. Ensuring border security and putting pressure on the international community to tackle terrorism. India should take all the necessary steps to ensure the unity and integrity of the country. And the demand for Khalistan should be means put the extreme hand. Fine. Evolution regards the Bharat Ratna and Bharat Padma Awards. Bharat Ratna and Padma Awards are titled under the Article 18(1) of the Constitution. Okay. So, Padma Awards, which were issued in the 91s, the number of Bharat Ratna Award is restricted to maximum 5 in a particular year. So, these all the three here are not correct. Okay. They cannot be used as titles. Uh, okay, Padma Awards are not instituted, so suspended suspension is more. Okay, although issued in 1954. Bharat Ratna restrict maximum 5, it's also not true to. Okay. So all the three are incorrect. Consider the following statement of World Happiness Report 2023 released by the World Bank. So it is not by World Bank. Okay. India has improved its rank to in 223. It is correct. South Sudan is unhappiest country. It is incorrect. Finland happiest country the sixth consecutive year. It is correct. So 2 and 4 are correct. While 1 and 3 are incorrect. 2 and 4 means D. Okay. Then consider the following reference to World Meteorological Day. It is celebrated on 20th March as World Meteorological Organization was established in the day in 1950. It is correct. The organization comprises 150 members. It is not correct. Okay. So it is being observed by the World Meteorological Organization and the United Nations, right? The theme of this is climate and water is not correct. Only 1 and 3 are correct. 1 and 3 means B. Say following consideration: land degradation, depletion of groundwater table, depletion of biodiversity, and environmental pollution. Which of the above are the ill effect of green revolution? Okay, so green revolution of all the bad effects. The following statement with regard to exercise Cobra Warrior is one of the largest Royal Air Force exercise conducted by the Royal Air Force in United Kingdom. Okay, so this is correct. Okay. The aim of this exercise is to participate in diverse fighter aircraft engagement and learn from the best practices of various air forces. This is also correct. So 1 and 2 are correct. So answer is C. National Jambal Sanctuary recently seen in news. The reference to it consider the following. The National Jambal Sanctuary listed as an important bird area and is a Ramsar site also. Chambal River. Okay. Chambal River is the natural habitat of the gharials. So 6. So only 2 is correct, but 1 is not correct. It is the habitat of gharial. Okay. The reference to Paris Club group creditors. Okay. So the number of Paris Club. Okay. Sorry, sir. 5 minutes. Okay. The Paris Club is an informal group, mostly Western creditor countries. The member of this Paris Club are also member of the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development. Okay. And it is in the case of Sri Lanka, China, Japan, India are the largest bilateral creditor, with Japan being a member of the Paris Club. So all the three are correct. The reference to Commission on Control of Interpol files consider the following. The CCF is a body that ensures that all personal data process through Interpol channels conform to the rules of the organization. A separate body with Interpol that is not under the control of the Interpol Secretariat. So in case of 8, so both are correct. Okay, so answer will be D because the answer is incorrect. So both being correct. So none of them are incorrect. Both are correct. The term Syam no Varuna recently seen in news associated with it is a marine awareness coastal motor car competition. Right. The term ABCOB of the mention is about the database on coronavirus neutralizing antibodies. Okay, database on coronavirus neutralizing antibodies. Answer is A. So keep on watching regularly the developments and the questions and the answer writing to update yourself on the major developments. Fine.